Charles Robert Thatcher was born in Bristol, England on 21st of August 1830. He was taught the flute, and by 1847 he was in London playing for various theatre orchestras. Here he was particularly influenced by the repertory of music hall songs by such earthy entertainers as Sam Cowell, Harry Clifton and Jack Sharp. In his early 20s, Thatcher emigrated to Australia. Arriving in Melbourne, he first tried his hand at gold mining, but soon joined the orchestra at the Royal Victorian Theatre, Bendigo. He began filling in between the plays by singing topical verses to well-known tunes. After this engagement, Thatcher's reputation grew rapidly, and by May 1854 he was given top billing at the Shamrock Hotel at Bendigo, which remained his base for several years. Thatcher published a dozen songbooks. In addition, over 50 songs were printed in newspapers, and there are almost as many again in the Thatcher manuscripts held in the State Library of Victoria. So he was a prolific songwriter. We're going to start with one of his best-known songs, Look Out Below, also known as the Song of Ballarat. It tells of a man who makes a success of digging for gold, goes back to the old country, and then realises it's a better life in Australia. So this is Look Out Below by Charles Thatcher. The young man left his native shores, for trade was slack at home. To seek his fortune in this land, he crossed the briny foam. And when he came to Ballarat, his heart was in a glow, to hear the sound of the windlasses and the cry, look out below. Wherever he turned his wandering eyes, great wealth he did behold, and peace and plenty in the land by the magic power of gold. Says he, as I am young and strong, to the diggings I will go, for I like the sound of the windlasses and the cry, look out below. Amongst the rest he took his chance, and his luck at first was vile, but he still resolved to persevere, and at length he made his pile. So says he, I'll take my passage, and home again I'll go, and say farewell to the windlasses and the cry, look out below. Arrived in London once again, for gold he freely spent, and into every gaiety and dissipation went. But pleasure, if prolonged too much, oft causes pain, you know, and he missed the sound of the windlasses and the cry, look out below. And thus he reasoned with himself, oh, why did I return? For the digger's independent life I now begin to yearn. Here purse-proud lords the poor do oppress, but there it is not so. Give me the sound of the windlasses and the cry, look out below. So he started for this land again with a charming little wife, and he says there's nothing can compare to a jolly digger's life. Ask him if he'll go home again, and he'll quickly answer no, for he loves the sound of the windlasses and the cry, look out below.